welcome to episode 8 of the Ranked Up podcast. I'm Kylan, and I'm starting this week.
I'm so professional. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Megan.
Okay, and this week's topic is Disney Channel original movies. And Megan has seen, I think, a total of one of these. Well, not one on the list, but one Disney Channel original movie ever, right?
Which one have I
and
seen?
And that is High School Musical.
Wait, is the Lizzie McGuire movie Disney?
That's not a Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, okay.
Disney Channel original is like a different tier of movie, basically.
Okay. Yes, I have seen High School Musical long time ago. Don't remember anything about it. Just that it was in high school and it wasn't accurate of high school life.
So when you saw it for the first time?
I saw it, I think, sophomore year of high school.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, for context, I think I saw it in elementary school when it came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, whenever it came out, that is when I saw it.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. And I remember I had the DVD, and the DVD taught you how to do all the dances for it.
Yes.
And so I would do those with my mom, and it was very fun.
That...
I was in elementary school.
That actually sounds really cool. I think I would like that more than the actual movie.
Oh yeah, what are your impressions of that movie? I don't even know if I know.
See, I don't remember it. Isn't it like a standard, like, boy meets girl movie?
Kinda.
Yeah, then I hate it.
You hate it?
Boy meets girl.
Ugh,
Girl is science
so
person.
cliche.
Boy is basketball person. They both do theater somehow.
Lots of music and singing.
Sharpay
and
is
Corbin Bleu is there.
She's basically, I don't know.
Wait.
What was it called?
Diva?
Yeah, she's Diva, and she gets all of her opportunities taken away from Troy and Gabriella.
Because they're so much better than she is, and then she's salty about it.
Even though she's dedicated her whole life to theater.
Yes.
Okay, wait, what's the movie where she's, like, in math-athon or whatever?
No, that's the one.
Oh, that's it?
I think you mean Scholastic Decathlon.
Something like that. Yeah.
not math accolon.
Whatever.
Yeah, that is the one where they have like beakers for some reason while they're like being quizzed on like math stuff. Or, I don't know.
It's a science decathlon. That's like
science decathlon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tradition. What are we drinking? I'm drinking water.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I looked for a drink today, but all my sparkling waters were not in the fridge, and I do not want to stoop to the level to drink warm sparkling water. So I'm drinking cold regular water.
Wow, so you do have standards.
Some.
I'm also drinking water in this amazing hydro flask thing that someone gave me.
We're triplets. We were all going
It was Kylan. Thank you.
Oh, yes. I'm glad you like it.
It's keeping me hydrated. I've been drinking 2 of these a day because I realized that being dehydrated is no way to live.
Correct.
Meg is on her hydration journey to enlightenment.
I am. So far, it's going great.
Exactly. By the way, as far as the topic for this week goes, if you're listening to this and you, like Megan, have not seen any of the movies on this list, Megan is going to be listening to the title and then rating the title, and then she's going to guess what the movie is about, and then Matthew is going to describe the plot of the movie as best as he remembers while I fill in blanks. I have all the Wikipedia pages open because I've seen most of these, but not all of these, and most of them I saw like years and years ago, so I don't remember them. But we wanted to share Matthew's movie explaining skills with the world. So
yes, they're not going to be accurate, first of all, but I have seen all of these movies, so I'm gonna do to the best of my ability to describe all of them. From how I remember them. The names are not going to be accurate at all, because I remember none of the names. I do remember some of the actors' names, so you're going to be hearing those.
So people I don't know about?
Yeah, it's okay.
You'll know some of them, probably. Maybe.
Yes, because you've seen High School Musicals. They reuse a lot of actors.
Yeah, and I don't know any of their actors.
Well, a lot of them are now, like, famous for other things, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that, we should get started. Kylan, are you gonna read the movie titles?
Yes.
Okay.
The first movie title is Life is Rough, and rough is spelled R-U-F-F.
Yep.
Huh, okay. Okay, just so that we're clear, I'm ranking this on a 10-point star scale.
Yes. Out of
Yeah,
10
you're
stars.
ranking the title
Yes.
on 10 stars, and then you're going to tell us the plot, and then Matthew's going to tell you the actual plot, and then you're going to rank it based on the plot out of 10 stars.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this, let's go with 6 stars.
Okay. Oh, Megan likes.
We'll just,
Good.
well, I mean, we're ranking it against each other. This is no way, like, ranking these movies compared to other movies.
Yes, this is just your like description of like what a Disney Channel original movie would rank, you think.
Yes, and my expectations are very low.
Okay. What do you think this movie is about?
So, Life is Rough. I feel like it's about... Wait, are these TV shows or movies?
It's all movies.
Oh, okay,
All
cool,
movies.
cool. This makes it easier.
Okay.
So, I think it's about this kid who somehow
Okay.
gets involved in this science experiment from somebody, I don't know, but they turn into a dog. And then, so
Okay.
they have to live their life as a dog, and their goal is to try to unturn... This is just the plot, too. That one dog movie, but it's a kid.
This is the plot to another
It really
movie. I know what
is.
you're talking
It
about.
really is.
Yeah.
I just realized that as I was saying it.
It's with Tim Allen. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay. But
Yeah.
not a bad guess.
Wait, Tim
That's
Allen's
my
the
thought.
dog, and he's the dad, and he gets turned into a dog, but he does too much business, right?
Yeah, Shaggy Dog.
That's what it is, Shaggy
that's
Dog.
what that one is.
So
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
saying this is Shaggy Dog, but with a kid.
Pretty much. Yeah, with a kid. I feel like a sibling's involved, and, like, the sibling doesn't know.
Okay.
Maybe the two siblings have, like, this sort of hate relationship or whatever, but, like, since he's a
Mhm.
dog, then they like each other.
Okay. That's a good guess, but I will tell you how I remember this movie. So, do you know Raven? Oh, what is it called? That's So Raven. You know that show?
I've heard you talk about it, but I don't remember what it's
Okay.
about.
So her brother Corey in the house, he finds a dog, and I think it's a Labrador. He finds a yellow lab specifically, and he's like, dumb dog, what am I gonna do with this dog? I think he volunteers at like a shelter or something, and then he's like, I need to make money for a skateboard, maybe? Was that what he wants money for? He wants money for something. And then he's like, oh, I know what to do. Enter him in a dog show. Also, the antagonist in this movie is like a pompous little kid with like a Pomeranian or something. And they battle it out. They do one of those dog shows where they like run on the agility courses. Corey in the house wins, I think. And then he keeps the dog, even though he was gonna give it away originally, and it was gonna die, I think. Or no, he sold it to somebody. Yep, that was the movie. Oh, spoiler alerts for all of these, by the way.
Yes,
if you
yes,
haven't
yes.
seen
as you just say the entire plot.
And the ending.
To be fair, this movie came out in 2005, and probably anyone who was gonna see it already saw it. So
Yes, true.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Although Disney Plus resurgence.
Oh, yeah,
Kylan, do you have anything to add from that?
I don't think I have that much to add. There's a lot of like people saving other people's lives and also like people beating other people up in the Wikipedia description.
In this movie?
Um,
About a dog. Or about
yeah.
a dog show, pretty much.
Yeah, dog
Yeah.
show people.
You
It's
wouldn't
like,
expect
somebody
that.
saved somebody's life when they had an asthma attack or like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The asthma attack part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Corey in
Or-
the house has asthma, I think.
Hmm.
I like that
Um,
it's not the actor's name and it's like not
I-
the character's name, it's just like their other character from a different show.
I don't remember his name in real life.
I believe no. Yeah, it's Kyle Massey.
Oh.
And he's not the one that has asthma. Somebody
Oh.
else has asthma.
Oh, I thought he had asthma.
Yeah, the guy who plays Mike in Hannah Montana has asthma.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, Megan, how do you rate this movie now that you know the plot? You look so disappointed.
Like 4. No, we'll give it 3.5.
3.5?
Ow.
Okay. It got lowered by 2.5 stars.
Wait, actually, we'll do 4 again. Because I feel like there's going to
4.
be movies that are worse than this. I feel like this isn't
Okay.
a huge offender.
You're
because
probably
it
right.
has
This was actually one of my
dogs.
favorite Disney Channel original movies as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, up next we have. Oh wait, Kylan, you say the next one.
Step we have Twitches.
Twitches?
Twitches. Like witches, but with a T at the front, or like
Yep.
Twitch, but like multiple, like Twitches.
Mhm,
Twitches.
mhm.
Wow.
What do you rank it? Just off the title.
Just off the title? Oh man. Well, this is
Like,
not
do you
it,
think
but this is
gonna
what
be a good movie?
What?
You think this is going to be a good movie?
Well, I don't know.
You're a kid.
I
You're
feel like-
watching a thing. You see like a ad for it. You're like, oh, this Thursday at 9, 8, 7 Central or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Twitches. Or you're like,
I
oh, I'm
feel
gonna watch
like-
that.
Well, you inspired me by mentioning witches. I feel like it's going to be a Halloween-inspired movie, and
Okay.
it's going to be about these 3 kids who dress up as these 3 witches, and they have a vendetta against the Twix candy bar. They can't stand it.
Sponsored by Twix.
Yeah, they hate Twix candy bars, and there's this one house that always gives out Twix candy bars, and so they want to have revenge against that house.
Okay. Okay, how do you rate that movie that you just described?
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I'd give it a 2.
Okay, a 2. Twitches gets a 2 just based off of title.
Wow.
I feel like one of their catchphrases would be like, because they call themselves the Twitches, they're like, Twitches
Okay.
get stitches.
So they're saying they themselves get stitches?
Yeah, because one of them feels bad for the neighbor, and she doesn't want to, like, follow through, but the other 2 friends peer pressure her into doing it.
Okay.
God.
Okay. So, that's a good guess. I like that. I like that thought process. But how I remember this movie is Twitches actually stands for Twin Witches.
It
Hmm.
And
does.
it's 2 twin sisters, Tia and Tamara Mori, and they are long lost sisters separated at birth
Ugh.
because their parents died, I think, because they had like a weird ghosty thing chasing them. It's like a shadow monster thing. But then their 2 caretakers take them in separate ways because they're like together they can be exploited, or maybe it's because their magic will work together. Oh yes, their magic only works together. So then they separate them, and then they live their separate lives. And then on like their 16th birthday, 18th birthday, they reunite. And they're like, we're Twitches. I remember them saying that in the movie. And then they're like, wow, we look the same because we're twins. Identical to be exact. And one of them has a symbol of a moon, and one of them has a symbol of a sun. I remember that. And that's why one of them is a night owl, and one of them wakes up really early. That was a plot point for some reason, too. I think it's just because they're like, oh, sun and moon, opposites. Okay, then they figure out they're sisters. They go back to like the scary Twilight realm where they lived before. They find the shadow monster. Turns out it's their uncle. It's their uncle. He was the bad guy the whole time. I think he tried to kill their parents, or maybe did kill their parents. And then they defeat him with the power of twin sisterhood. And that's the movie.
A couple extra details. First, it was their 21st birthday.
Oh, they're so old.
I know,
What?
right?
They're that old?
Yeah, they're that old in a Disney Channel original movie.
That's
I don't know
surprising.
how. Their names corresponded to the sun and the moon as well. So there's Apollo and Artemis.
Mm.
And so one is the goddess of the sun, one is the goddess of the moon. And also their uncle's name is Thantos.
Oh.
As in
Thanos with a
Thanos?
T.
Yes, Thantos with a T. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Huh.
Megan, how do you feel about the movie now?
Well, okay. You know how I hate the lost twin or sibling trope
I
with
Hate
a
do.
it, but we
burning
showed you
passion.
Parent Trap.
Okay,
Parent Trap is so
that's
good.
the only good movie with that trope. Anything else, it bothers me.
Okay. I feel like Parent Trap was like an early adaptation of that. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a remake of an earlier
Yes,
adaptation.
yes,
but
yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was very good. Parent Trap was good. Not a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah, I actually like Parent Trap. I don't know if I told you that.
Okay, what
But
about
I did.
Twitches?
Oh, I forgot that was the name of the movie. First of all, terrible movie title.
No, they're like, oh, there's also a second one.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry. It still reminds me of the witches that hate Twix.
Oh my god. No, that's your headcanon.
It is my headcanon. I'm giving it like a 2.
A 2? Oh, so
A
same as
2?
same as the title.
Yeah.
Wow. To be honest, I really liked Twitches as a Disney Channel original movie. I remember it being good. For me.
Yeah, I remember it being one of like the top tier ones.
Yes, yeah. I would rank it in like the top tier.
Yeah. Like higher quality in general.
Then,
but this is just based off of the plot, so.
yes, yes. So the next movie for you to describe and rank is Cowbells.
Mm-hmm.
Bells is Belles.
Mm-hmm.
Cowbells?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Cowbells.
What do you what do you think of this one?
Well, the title's kind of boring.
Okay.
Uh, it's not as bad as Twitches.
Oh, Megan does not like Twitches.
Well, because Twitches
Oh.
are like, twitching, you're spazzing out. Or
Oh,
like,
okay.
Okay.
or like, whenever I first thought of it, I was like, Twitch is as in like, oh, Twitch.
I
like
think
streaming.
Twitch stole it from Twitches.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Twitches
But-
wore it better.
Cowbells. I mean,
Yeah, cowbell.
I'm gonna give like the title a 3. Unoriginal,
A 3.
boring.
Okay, okay. And what do you think it's about?
So, I think that this film is gonna be like a musical, but
Okay.
it's gonna be like in the country. You know how it's kind of be like High School Musical, but like in the country, and this one country girl or whatever wants to be in this talent show.
Okay.
She has a pet cow. There's a pet cow in there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And she's able to talk with this pet cow. Only she's able to. No one else is. But yeah, her big thing is that she wants to get in this talent show. There's probably some mean bully in there who is like better than her, but is also jealous of the main character. And the main character eventually like wins the talent show. That's but it's in the country.
Okay.
That's the movie.
Yes. That's a good guess from the
Okay.
title. So have you ever heard of Allie and AJ? Yes, you have.
Yes,
because
I
told you
have.
about them. So those are the two main characters of this movie.
Oh.
Yes, they don't just sing; they are also Disney Channel original actors.
Is the movie a
Are they-
musical? Was I?
No.
Oh.
No,
Are
it's
they
not a
twins?
musical.
Are
No,
they
they're not twins. AJ's
Okay.
older.
Okay, okay.
I mean, Allie's older. Allie's older.
Okay.
But yes, so this movie, this one I'm probably gonna botch a little bit, but how I remember it is, okay, Allie and AJ, they're two rich girls.
Mhm.
Then they're making like food at their house for some reason, and then they burn down their house. So
Okay.
and then their dad's like, oh, what the heck? I have a struggling yogurt business. So then he makes them work at his yogurt factory with people. And then they're like, ew, this is gross. Factory work is lame. We're children. Well, I think they're like kind of adults. But then they learn to work with these people and respect the old people that work there. And honestly, I don't remember what the point of this movie was. that's how I remember it. That I don't remember what resolves at the end.
In the end, they're trying to save the dairy. Basically, they're trying to like they like turn around from their like rich entitled girl ways, and they're like, "Oh, I want to help the employees and save the dairy."
Mhm.
And apparently, they save it or whatever because it's a Disney Channel original movie.
Yes.
And like everybody around helps them, whatever. In an alternate ending, Courtney finds a way to track the dairy owner's friend who stole the money, why the dairy has to be saved in the first place. And then the girls show their father a footage of the embezzler playing in a casino in Puerto Rico, and the dairy owner alerts the FBI to catch him.
That's so much more intense.
Yep. So
Wow.
that's the alternate ending.
Okay, Megan, what did you think of Cowbells?
I mean, it's better than what I described. I'll give it that.
Were you surprised that in the beginning of the movie they burned down their house?
Yes, I think that was a real good hook, to reel you into the movie.
Yeah, we're like, wow.
Although you said they're trying to save their dad's dairy farm, is that what it was?
Oh, it's somebody else's dairy farm.
Oh,
His
okay.
name is Reed.
Okay, because I was
Their dad is
confused.
somebody else.
Okay, because I was
Yeah.
just like, how are they two rich girls, but then their dairy farm or whatever is going out of business or something like that. I was confused by that. But
Yeah.
okay, that makes more sense. So basically, okay, cool.
Remember,
We got
this
it.
is just how I remember it in my brain hole, seeing it like 10 years ago.
I
Yes.
take your word as fact, though, Matthew.
I mean, it's all you know about the movie is what I say in the beginning.
It's true. I just have to trust you.
Okay. So, what do you think of this one?
I'll give it like a 5.
A 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Highest so far.
Because the house
Yeah.
gets burnt down. Like that's
Megan loves that part.
I swear I'm not a pyromaniac, but
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one, Megan?
yes.
The next one is Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior.
Wait, I think I know this one.
Have you watched it though?
Wait, let me try to explain it. Is this the one where I think this girl, she like does kung fu, right? And I remember I think you were explaining it, Matthew, that the
Oh, no.
special effects are really bad.
Well, okay, what is it about?
Oh, I don't know what it's about though. I think there's like an older grandma involved. Probably a wise Asian lady or something. And the girl, she has to do some sort of quest.
Okay, and what do you give the ranking based off of the title and the limited information you know about?
I mean, I feel like, I'm gonna give it like a 5.
Okay.
Because
5.
it seems a little bit more exciting.
Okay.
So,
To be
yeah.
fair, anything that Megan knows about this movie is only because Matthew and I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, it's our favorite Disney Channel original movie.
Like,
Oh,
by
is it really?
Far, by far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I also do like the TikToks of it because not the special effects, but the stunt double is really obvious in some parts. I didn't even realize it during the movie, but it's so obviously like a grown man in like a dress doing like the flips.
Instead of Brenda Song. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of Brenda Song or this other blonde girl. But yeah. Okay, now I'll give you how I remember it. This one's probably the one I've seen the most recent. Still not in like a couple years at least. So Wendy Wu, she's an Asian American girl, but she's lost from her heritage. She's very much Americanized. She's like, I'm American. What is Chinese? So she goes to school. Homecoming's very important to her. There's the like other mean girl who's like against her, and she's like, I am going to win homecoming queen. And Wendy Wu is like, nope. So then that's like a big focal point of the movie. But then this guy shows up out of nowhere, looking like a monk, kinda. And I don't remember his name, but it was something Asian. and he is like, I'm going to teach you kung fu. And she's like, I'm trying to run for homecoming. Um, so then he like keeps trying to teach her kung fu. I think he like puts like spirits in like her basketball or like her soccer coach, and then like they attack her, or maybe they don't attack her, but they're trying to train her, and they're like, you must jump on this pole and do like a wiggly wiggly snake thing, and then she's like, okay. And then she keeps doing this. Her grandma's really into it. She's like, yes, my mom did the same thing. It skips a couple generations. And you have to save the world because this spirit's going to come out of nowhere and start possessing people. And you're going to have to fight it. Guess who the spirit possesses? The other girl who's trying to run for homecoming.
Of
Well, it goes
course.
through a bunch of other people and then to the homecoming girl. Um, and then it's homecoming night. She's like, I'm going to homecoming. And then the Asian monk guy who showed up out of nowhere is like, no, you must do this thing. Or maybe he's like, no, you can go to homecoming. I'm gonna fight this monster thing on my own. And she's like, okay. And then she goes to homecoming. But then he goes to fight it. He almost dies. Wendy Wu, homecoming warrior. She swoops in and saves him and does a kapow kapow grown man spinny flip. Um, they hit a couple terracotta warriors. All is good. The girl who is possessed is like, "Where am I?" And she's like, "You won homecoming. Here's the crown." Um, and I think it's happy. The guy didn't die. He was supposed to die, but he didn't. And that's the movie.
Okay. Wait. I'm confused. How do you become homecoming queen or whatever? Is it during
think it's both.
homecoming?
That's what you're confused about?
Yeah. Everything else makes sense. I'm confused about
It's a popular. Wait, maybe we had homecoming.
Yeah.
I actually
It's
did
like
go
a
to
popularity
homecoming, but
vote.
It's like prom king or queen, but for homecoming instead.
Yeah, it's just voting.
okay, but
Yeah.
like when do you vote? Is it like before? And then you like read off the names
I
at homecoming?
Don't know. I don't even know if they had this in the movie.
So like do you go to
Yeah.
homecoming not knowing that you're a homecoming queen?
I think they announce it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Did
I
they do
think
that at
they-
our
I think they
homecoming?
usually vote at the thing, at the event.
It
Interesting.
probably depends on the school too.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple
Okay.
other fun facts, or missing details. You forgot the part where her parents are like, I don't feel like we're as in touch with our Asian roots. Me neither. Oh, we should be more of that. And that's a part of the movie, and it's very heartwarming.
Also, they eat mooncake. I remember that very specifically.
Yes, they specifically eat mooncake. I do remember that as well. There's a big training montage.
Of course.
That's very entertaining. And also, Brenda Song, who plays Wendy Wu, is engaged, I think, or dating Macaulay Culkin, who's the kid from Home Alone.
Oh.
Yeah, and that always is like crazy to me. Anyway, at the end, Wendy and Shen, who's the monk guy.
Shen, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be racist on accident.
Yes, it's
Matthew,
Shen.
you're half Chinese.
I know I am Chinese, but like, I
Maybe
don't
it's
wanna
not
be
enough.
offensive
Maybe
anyway.
half. Is
Maybe you
enough.
need to go back to your roots.
I know. I need to go back to my roots, eat some mooncake.
Yes. But in the end, they leave after the fight to go get cappuccinos and chocolate.
Yes. He likes
Yeah.
cappuccinos.
Yeah. He also like becomes cool somewhere in this movie. Like they go to a party and he's like cool.
Oh, is it like Spider-Man 3?
Uh,
Although I don't know if he becomes cool. He just becomes emo.
yeah. No, he's not emo. He's like all the kids at the party are like, "Whoa, you're so cool." Yeah. Anyway, Megan, what do you rank the plot?
Okay, so I think I was pretty much on point about what the movie was about.
Well, I did tell you beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I have a terrible memory, so like
Okay.
I think that out of all of the other movies, this is definitely the better plot that
Okay.
I've seen. And yeah, I think I would give it a solid 8.
Okay, highest one so far.
Yeah.
Woo, homecoming
Also-
warrior.
I feel like I would just laugh at seeing the stunt doubles.
Oh, it's very
Yeah.
good. Very
The
good.
stunts, they're so clearly like on like drop pads and like you can see the wires too. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good. Yeah, that's probably like, the best part.
Although
Alright.
when I was looking up some of these, some of their budgets are like kind of high. That for like a Disney, like one of them, I don't remember which one, but it was a $5 million budget, and I was like, for a
Wow.
Disney Channel original movie, are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go on with the next one.
All right. The next one is jump in exclamation mark. You can't forget that part.
Mhm.
Jump in exclamation mark.
Jump in.
Yes,
Jump in.
exclamation mark.
Huh.
Yep. Exclamation.
Oh, so they're wondering, jump in?
No, that would be it.
Oh. Oh, man, I know grammar. Okay. Oh, it would have been funner if it was a question mark. Well, I'm going to mark this down on the title. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
For the title, I really want it to be a question mark.
Megan's like 10 if it was a question mark.
Yes.
As the mystery.
I'm giving
Yeah.
it... We'll give it a 6.
Okay. Same as Life is Rough.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think this is about?
I'm getting some summer vibes.
Okay.
So
summer
maybe
vibe.
like a movie about, I don't know, a bunch of kids on summer break.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a pool involved because they
Oh,
want to
okay.
jump in, you know?
That's a very good guess, yeah.
Yes, and this pool has one of those huge like diving boards that I would never go on because I'm scared of heights.
Uh-huh.
And maybe the main character's also scared of heights.
Okay, yeah.
But like everyone wants to jump off of this tall thingy. And you know, there's other plot, but that's all I have for this movie.
I like this plot. The only thing that happens in the movie is they're getting over their fear of jumping off of a diving board.
You know what? That would be a very good movie, and it would be relevant to me.
Megan's like, it's relatable.
It's so relatable.
Okay. Okay. That was a very good guess, but now I'll describe it. Do you remember High School Musical?
Yes.
Do you remember his best friend? What's his name? Chad? Was his name Chad?
Chad?
Was his name Chad in the movie?
I don't know.
I think it was Chad. Charles? No, it's not Charles.
Wait, I have.
Yeah, look up High School
I can look
Musical
this up. I can
real
look this up.
fast because I'm pretty sure it's Chad in that movie. It does not have anything to do
Wait,
with what we're talking.
wait, I have a question. In the sequel of High School Musical, are these the two that sing The Boys Are Back?
Yes.
Okay.
So Chad, he's the main character of this movie. He got his
It's
own
a
movie.
spin-off?
Is
It's
Chad.
not-
It is
it's not a
Chad.
spin-off.
It is Chad.
It's not a spin-off. It's not the same character. His name isn't Chad in this. His name is Corbin
okay.
Blue in real life.
Wait, Corbin who?
Corbin
Blue.
Blue. That's his real name, Megan.
Okay.
I don't know what his name is. Well, Kylan will tell us later. But so basically, Corbin Blue, he is a boxer. And he's boxing. He's like, I'm a boxer. I'm really good at boxing. What do boxers do? They jump rope for practice. There's a montage of him like training. He's jumping rope. He's punching the punchy thingy. He goes for a walk. Who does he see? Kiki Palmer. He sees Kiki Palmer, and they're doing double dutch. I think he jumps in, and he's like, haha, I can do double dutch. And then I think the rival boxer sees him and is like, jumping rope is for girls. And then fast forward, I think he does more boxing. He does more trash talk with that one guy. I think he enters a double dutch competition with them for maybe money, or like as a favor or something for Kiki Palmer. I think similarly to High School Musical, there's conflicting schedules of the boxing match versus the double dutch event. So he's like, what do I do? Do I box? Do I double dutch? Do I do what is it called? Stereotypical gender roles, or do I jump rope? And so I think he does both for some reason. I think he's boxing the guy who's like trash talking him, the antagonist, and I think he boxes him and wins, and then does jump rope so he can do it all. And that's the end of the movie.
Huh. I like
So
mine
basically,
better.
jump rope isn't just for girls.
It's also for Corbin Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, other interesting things about this movie. It was not a summer movie. It was released in January. Um, he was competing to get the Golden Glove Award in boxing, and Matthew's right. There was scheduling conflicts between his two passions of boxing and double dutch.
Yeah.
And also, um, it was the 69th Disney Channel original movie.
I like that extra fact.
Yep.
Wow, I'm surprised how close I got with this one, actually. I did not think I was going to get it right.
Yes. Oh yeah, and also the main character's name in the movie is Isidore Izzy Daniels. And also I think that like one of the characters in the movie. Oh yeah, never mind. Nope. Something else.
Wait, what's Keke Palmer's name in the movie?
Keke Palmer's name is Mary Thomas.
Mary Thomas. Okay.
And their jump rope team is called the Joy Jumpers.
Oh, okay. So Megan, what do you think of Jump In! Exclamation mark.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity. Of all the things where you're gonna be like, let's beat toxic masculinity or whatever, why would you do jump roping? Like, you're just jumping. I mean, I could kind of understand, like, what if it was, instead of being, like, in a jump roping contest, it was actually, like, a ballerina dance or ballet thingy that he was doing.
True.
That would have worked so much better.
Isn't that a plot of, like, Step Up?
I don't know.
I've never actually seen Step Up.
I think...
No. Wait, have you seen The Game Plan featuring Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No.
Yes.
That one's about football and ballet and defeating toxic masculinity.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. So that movie already exists.
So Megan, I think that's the movie you're looking for. It's actually a very good
But
movie. I like it.
but that movie is this movie, but like not. It doesn't deliver the punch, you know.
Okay.
Come on,
okay.
jump
I
roping.
get that pun. Get that pun. Boxing pun.
He does like fun jump rope tricks, or he like goes
that's
and does
so
like a push-up,
girly.
and then like that's
wow.
the jump. Like, yeah.
So feminine.
So how do you rank this?
Well, I feel like it could have done better, you know.
Okay.
But like it's whatever. I mean, I'll give it a 5.
You sound disappointed.
Because it could have delivered, you know.
Okay. It had
but
more
it
potential.
failed. Also, the title's very misleading. It does sound like that you're gonna jump into a pool, not
jump
where
rope.
where are you jumping in? I mean, I guess you're jumping in to jump rope, but like you're not jumping into anything.
The whole like all you do is jump.
Yeah, but like what are you
rope.
jumping into?
The jump rope. You can't start inside of the double dutch thing. You have to jump into it.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, I really like that movie. Matthew, did you like that movie?
It was okay. Honestly, for the Disney Channel original movies, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. The next movie is Minutemen.
Okay, Megan. Minutemen. Where does it rank?
Wow. I feel like this one has potential.
Okay.
It has
you like
potential.
The title?
I think so. Because it sounds like it would be an actual movie title.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna give it, like, a 7.
Okay, 7. One more point than Jump In! Exclamation mark.
Oh, but that movie was so disappointing.
Oh, okay. What do you think this movie's about?
Minutemen. Huh. You know, okay. I think there are a couple different things I can go off of here. Some significantly lamer than others. One lame idea, this is just the premise of the movie, is that there's these kids who try to do all chores in under a minute.
That sounds like an amazing movie, Megan.
No, but like, no, they like earn money by doing chores super quickly. So they would go to
Okay.
people's houses and like they would be like, we could do all of your chores in a minute, and be like, and then so they do it for money. People are like, oh wow, you know, these kids are like super fast. Yeah, I just have the premise. I'm not sure about the plot, but like that's my starting thing.
Okay, yeah, children who do chores fast. Yeah,
Yes.
I like it. Okay, so are you ready for the actual plot? At this one, I
I
probably
am.
remember the least well, even though I did slightly look over it today just to remember what it was about at all. So this one is featuring Good Luck Charlie's Jason Dolly. You've never watched that show, but he's the blonde one. And so they're time travelers, Megan. They're time travelers.
Oh gosh.
Like the smallest one, I think he's the one who makes the time travel. There's three of them. There's three children. I think they all go to high school, or maybe one of them's in middle. I don't remember. But they're like time travelers, and they like mess up with the time traveling rift thing, and then things start happening. They like I think a black hole opens, and they're like, "Wow, a black hole! What do we do?" And then eventually resolves itself, and then they start back to the first time that they time traveled, and then everything's exactly the same. Nothing happened. That's how I remember it.
One of the defining features of this movie to me is the fact that they're all wearing like white snowsuits like a lot of the time. So if anybody remembers like the one where they all wear snowsuits, it's that one. That's how I remember this one.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, at some point they basically go back in time in order to undo embarrassing mistakes. That's like why they go back in time.
Yeah.
And the FBI comes and they're like, "You've broken the space-time continuum." And then basically in the end, nothing is different than when anything started.
When it started.
Yep.
Megan, I know you're a big fan of time travel. What is your thoughts on this?
I'm giving this 1 star, if anything. First of all, why does this movie exist if the same thing is in the beginning as it is the end? This is why I hate time travel with a burning passion. Why did it need to happen? What did they learn except for not to mess with time, which is something, whatever. You should not do it all.
It's a valuable life lesson, Megan. Don't mess with the time rift or whatever.
I hate time travel in all forms of media. There's only one instance where I actually like the time travel. It's actually not what you're thinking, Matthew.
Okay.
It's not the film you're thinking.
Time travel in music?
There is no time travel in music.
Oh, what about if they talked about time travel in music?
What
Like,
songs
isn't there a
talk
song,
about?
Like, if we could turn back time.
Oh, no, that's not about time travel. That's about nostalgia and thinking about the past and wishing you were there, but then like you're here. It's not about
Maybe
time
it's
travel.
about the movie Minutemen.
No, they're trying to change time. That's different.
Okay, fair enough. So this one gets a 1?
It does. I think my plot was significantly better because these
Them doing chores?
well, they could do other stuff. They could just be like, I don't know, mini like twin speeders, and that's how they do all of their chores in a minute. So like
people with like super speed.
Yes. And they use their powers to earn lots of money.
Okay.
Instead of going back in time like little losers.
Oh my gosh.
She's very passionate about time travel.
It's funny because the reason they go back in time in the first place is because they're losers. Anyway, next one is Camp Rock.
I know this one! Okay, so the film is about...
Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen it? Oh,
but I watched Alex Clark, I think. Well, you thought wrong. This is future Megan coming to tell you guys that it was actually Alex Myers that I was talking about. So, yes. Anyways, back to the episode. And he watches these movies and basically gives a sarcastic summary about them. This is what got me through my last semester of college. I would draw and listen to him rant about like Twilight and Glee
Oh
and
no,
this movie.
okay, never mind. I'll talk about it later.
But
Yeah.
so this, oh man, I'm gonna get it confused between the sequel.
Oh yeah,
So
there's a
there's
sequel.
there's a sequel. So there's this camp, right?
Yeah.
And it's about this girl, and
Okay.
I think her mom is a chaperone, and she's like embarrassed about her mom or something like that.
Okay.
And there's this other girl who like teases her about it. I think there's this music battle somewhere in the film
Uh-huh.
where there's like a music. No, this is the sequel. See, I'm already mixing it
Yeah,
up with the
yeah,
sequel.
I might be thinking of the sequel.
The
But
sequel's when they have the two camps fight and have a music battle.
the sequel is much worse.
I,
But it's much funnier.
I don't remember the first one then. Yeah, I'm not sure. Something to do with music, a camp, and there's a guy involved that she likes, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you rate it from that?
It sounds like camp or High School Musical like level. I'd give it like, it'd probably be better than High School Musical though. No,
Okay.
probably not.
We're watching it. Again, I'm just determined this. We're watching it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, but what's your rating?
I'm gonna give it like a 4.
A 4. Okay. So, how I remember it is, so I think her mom is like a cook at the camp, and like she does that so she can have money to go to the camp, and that's the only reason she can actually go there because she's poor, and that's why the girl makes fun of her because she's like, "Ew, you're poor," and she's like, "I'm gonna punch you in the face." She doesn't though, and she punches her in the face with her song. That is called, what is it called? It's like Let It Shine. No, that's not it. That's the rapping movie.
Is it This Is Me?
This is me. This is real. This is me. This is exactly who she's supposed to be. And she's
Exactly.
gonna let the light shine on her. Um,
Wait, is this the girl who's poor or the
yeah,
person?
this is a girl who's poor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Oh, and there's a lot of memes from this movie because it's really bad, but it's also really good. There's this part where there's this one girl like going on the piano, and it's basically just like the part where you press one button and it like does something, and she's like moving her arms like this, and then Demi Lovato's like, "Oh, she's really good." And that's like a very quoted, or not very clipped line. And then they have like the summer camp jam, and I think Demi Lovato, who's the main character, who's the poor girl, wins, of course, and the mean girl loses because Demi Lovato won.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Jonas is involved a lot. So is the other Jonas brothers really aren't in this one that much.
Like the Jonas Brothers were in this movie?
Yeah, the Jonas Brothers came from Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
where they
what?
started.
I knew that. But like I remembered now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But basically that's it. Honestly, I think the second one is more memorable for me, but we
Because
had to
of
go with the first
the
one.
music battle where the two camps had to music it
the
up.
second one is so good, where they basically like charge into the other camp doing like Camp Rock, Camp Rock.
Yeah, who doesn't want to see that?
It's so weird. And like if anyone actually ever did this in real life, they'd be like, "You're psychos."
We should learn it.
Okay, I'm down.
I'm not. Maybe I'm down. I'm down for the meme.
Kylan, do you have anything to add about Camp Rock?
Honestly, no. I think between your two descriptions, you got pretty much all of it. Yeah, I was gonna mention that the Jonas Brothers were in it, but you got that. Yeah, I think you guys have a very solid grasp of the plot of this movie.
Yeah.
Although I already closed the tab.
Okay, Megan, what do you think of Camp Rock knowing these few more details that the Jonas Brothers are in it?
Yeah, I think it raises a little bit just because like I'm actually curious to see the movie now.
Yes.
Just because like you said it's very memey and it's very terrible. And like
Yes.
that can be an amusing thing. So
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay, Kylan, tell the next one. I'm so
Uh-oh.
ready.
The next one is one of Matthew's favorite TikToks, and
Yes.
it's called Radio Rebel.
Oh, this
Yes.
one. Is this the one where
I think
she's
I-
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is the one where she does the Debbie Ryan.
She is Debbie Ryan.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
what do you think? Just knowing the title, I don't know if I've told you the plot of this one yet, but I might have.
I don't think you have, but I think
Okay.
radios are involved, and I think she's a middle
Hmm.
child because, like, rebel, you know.
Are you saying this from personal experience?
You know, technically, I'm an older child because of the age
No,
gap.
you are a middle. Okay, you are a middle child. That
Okay,
doesn't mean
okay, valid. But I did hear somewhere that it resets after a certain like age gap. And me
Mm.
and my older brother are 5 years apart. I don't know when that age gap occurs, but I do definitely identify more with a middle child.
Mhm.
Anyways, off topic. So, it's about this middle child girl who does
Yeah.
that weird like thing with her hair.
The weird seductive look.
Yes. And I think her goal in life is to have her own radio show because this is the TikTok back in the day or the YouTuber person. She
Oh.
wants her own radio show. And
Oh. Yeah.
and she has this rival with another girl who's mean because that's stereotypical Disney Channel antagonist.
True.
And they're basically trying to get their radio show to be on the air, and only one of theirs can be on. And hers
Okay.
eventually wins because like she's the main character and like, you know, everything works out for the main character, I guess. But
Okay.
yeah, that's my thoughts on this.
Okay.
And oh wait, the reason why she wants this radio show is because if she wants her parents to notice her because she's a middle child and she suffers from middle child syndrome.
Okay. Well, how do you rate it off of your description of the movie?
I mean, I think I'll relate to it now.
It's like relatable, unlike Jump In.
I mean, I feel like just because I know that she does that weird thing, I think I would give it a 6.
Okay. She does do that look a lot in that movie. So how I remember it is, so Debbie Ryan, as you know, the main character, she has a radio show in the beginning, and she is known as Radio Rebel. She's anonymous. I don't know if she's a voice changer. I don't think she does. But everyone's like, who could it possibly be? And she has like a really gigantic audience for some reason too. And everyone's like, who's Radio Rebel? She gives like life advice, I think, about like high school, even though she's in high school and is like struggling in high school to like fit in, blah blah blah, you know, main character kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a mean girl, I'm pretty sure. Like you said, stereotypical Disney. I think prom is involved with it. Either prom or
course.
homecoming is involved with this one. And at that said prom or homecoming, she goes up to the stage and she's like, I'm Radio Rebel. And then
That's the big
crowd's like, "What?"
reveal.
Oh, and this is okay. This is also the TikTok that I show you, where there's like a delayed reaction from one of the people in the crowd.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
it's on her for 2 seconds, and then she's like, "Whoa, Radio Rebel."
Honestly,
And,
me, I relate to that girl.
like she was not she did not come to act that day, and she just forgot she was acting. And yeah, people are like, "Wow, she's Radio Rebel." I don't really know how this changes anything either. Honestly, I don't remember this movie very well. I did watch it. Her friends are really obnoxious in this movie too. Yeah, that was the movie. She's Radio Rebel. That was the big surprise ending.
That's like pretty close. Yeah, it's not prom and it's not homecoming this time. It's
What?
Morp.
What? Oh, this is when Morp was trendy.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
more?
this is when Morp was trendy. It was prom but backwards. Yeah. I don't know if you
What
remember.
did you do?
It's just anti-prom. It's literally just prom.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, but it's like more casual than prom, I feel like.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then the principal really doesn't like Radio Rebel and like had
Mm.
banned anybody from listening to the show, even though everyone still did because they're all rebellious.
Mhm.
And then like at Morp, she goes on stage and she's like, I'm Radio Rebel. And even though that she knows the principal will like expel her if like he finds out who it is, but then they pull like a I am Spartacus thing and everyone else is like, I'm Radio Rebel. No, I'm Radio Rebel. Yeah.
Okay.
And so then everyone in the audience is like, I'm Radio Rebel. And then the principal, even though he like very clearly knows who Radio Rebel is, and like knows that it's her because she went on stage and says it, is like, oh, I guess I don't know who it is. And then they all get to be themselves.
Oh, I didn't remember that part, but that does sound like, yep, that sounds like that would happen. I'm Radio Rebel.
Yep. So,
Okay,
yeah.
Megan, what do you think of it now?
I mean, I have so many questions. First of all,
Megan's like, first of all, what is Morph?
well, yeah, let's start with Morph. Like, why? And then also, we need to talk about how, like, I don't know, like, Disney Channel and other movies place this weird importance on dances and prom. And I don't know if, is that, like, represented in actual, like, student body, or is it because of the media that we've consumed? Like, which one is it?
Well, not prom, Morp.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
Morp.
you said it's basically prom. It's a gathering of students where they, I assume, dance and party. That's pretty much prom, but like less fancy.
Yeah.
Which makes
Yeah.
it like homecoming, so it's like homecoming.
No, it's like less fancy than homecoming. It's like anti-prom, so like I think we had Morp at our high school at some point, and it was like a blacklight
When?
dance where you had to wear like tank tops and like neon stuff, and it was all blacklit and stuff.
Did I go?
Blacklight.
I
Yeah.
didn't go.
No, I saw advertised for. Ugh.
I
I saw
remember it
advertisers for
happening.
it. I didn't go.
I don't know if I went, but I remember it happening.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, Megan, how does this rank
Wait,
compared to your previous?
I have other questions.
Oh, okay,
Why-
okay. Oh, wow, she's got a lot.
Why did she have to reveal that it was her?
For reasons. There was like a reason that she actually had to reveal that it was her.
Was it because someone else was gonna get in trouble?
The students nominated and selected Radio Rebel for Morp Queen.
Wait.
Okay, first of all, that's the dumbest reason to reveal yourself.
She's like,
Yeah.
I won.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid title.
Okay. So where does it rank though? Now?
It would have been cooler if then they turned on the radio and then like Radio Rebel like thanked them all instead of her like revealing herself.
Reason why they had a Morp in the first place, by the way, and this might tie into why she revealed herself, was because the principal decided to cancel the prom until Radio Rebel revealed herself. And so in the end, she does the right thing and does it anyway. So I think it's because she was doing the right thing and telling the truth.
Got it. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna still give it a 6
Oh, okay.
because
Same reason.
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
I think I just like the meme factor and that it's
Oh.
it's terrible.
It has so much meme value, Megan.
Yes, and I feel like I want to see the memes.
Hmm.
Yep. All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
The next one is Cadet Kelly.
Cadet Kelly.
Okay. Cadet Kelly. I
Mhm.
think that she wants to be in the Air Force, and so she
Okay.
trains to become a cadet in there. Yes. I think it's going to be like another standard Disney movie where there's this antagonist rival person or whatever, but plot twist, they become friends in the end.
Oh, okay.
Switch it up. Yes. That's
Okay.
what I think it is. And her name's
And what
Kelly.
is your rating?
We're gonna give it like I don't know, 5.
A 5. Okay. 5. Cadet Kelly. Not super inspired, but not horrible.
Right.
Okay, here comes my memory of this movie. So you know Hilary Duff.
I've heard you say her
She was-
name.
She's the Lizzie McGuire. She's Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, okay, I know her.
So she had so many Disney movies, I think. Oh, she had like her Disney
Mhm.
Channel show. She had Lizzie McGuire movie. She had Cadet Kelly. So she is Kelly. I think her dad is her stepdad. He like becomes like the leader, or not the leader, like the principal of a military school. So he's like, you have to go to military school now. And she's like, oh, poop, I don't want to. And then so she goes to military school. And what do? There? They do that flippy gun thing. They do the flippy gun thing, the like batoni kind of things, but with
Yeah.
guns. They also, for some reason, do like the spinny rhythmic dancing thing. Or maybe that was just Kelly. Or maybe I'm remembering this movie wrong. Wait, did they do that? No, I think that was an episode of Lizzie McGuire. I don't remember. But so basically, you were very correct in that there is this girl that she doesn't like in the beginning. They're not friends. They hate each other. And then they grow to become friends and eventually do a dance routine together with their spinny baton guns. And she teaches her how to do it. And they do it in front of a big audience. They make everyone proud. That's the movie. That's all I remember.
Wow, I predicted like a good part of the ending
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember if Matthew said this, but it's her stepdad who is part of the school, and she had to leave her art school behind. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And at one point, she has like all this tension with her stepdad because she's like, I don't want to be here, whatever. But at one point, she gets like a call from her real dad, and it's cut off, and she's like, oh no. And she ends up telling her stepdad like, something's wrong, I don't know what's happening, blah blah blah. He would never call me unless like at this number unless he was in trouble, or like same, like vice versa. Turns out he fell down a cliff.
Oh, I remember this part.
Yeah, he fell off a cliff, and they have to like call the police because he's like, like very bad. So she uses her new training to rappel down the cliffside because she went to military school now, so she can help save her dad.
And not a trained professional, apparently.
Yeah, and everything else that's pretty much it. Yep.
Wow.
What do you think of
Okay.
Cadet Kelly?
I mean, I think it's not going to be a terrible film.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it a 6. I think it's
Okay.
decent. Solid.
Same as Radio Rebel.
Yeah.
Nice. The next one is Princess Protection Program.
I feel like I've heard about this.
Triple P for short.
Have you guys like mentioned this at all?
Probably. I don't know. I've probably mentioned almost all of these.
Really?
I mean, maybe not like Minutemen, but I think I've mentioned a lot of these.
You have never mentioned cowbells to me ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved cowbells when I was younger.
Wow.
Oh wait,
you
maybe you
never
have
told
because
us?
Ellie and AJ. I just
Mhm,
tune out
I
everything you say
love
about
Ellie.
Ellie and AJ. Sorry.
I love Allie and AJ.
Anyway, Princess Protection Program.
Oh yeah. Princess Protection Program.
Triple
What do you-
P. Well, I think it's about this princess, and basically she has this friend who like is always looking out for her.
Mhm.
That's the only premise I have so far.
Oh, I love this.
I feel
movie.
like
There's
I
princess.
feel like there's a lot of hidden dangers out there that like the princess is unaware of. She's like completely oblivious, and like her friend doesn't ever tell her because she wants
Okay.
her to have an easy life instead of a stressful life. And so
What kind of dangers are you thinking? Like the dangers of drunk driving? Or
Yes.
Like the dangers...
Well, like,
Oh.
every and all between, like just the minor things, like, oh, there's a bicyclist running right at you, to like, oh, someone's gonna mug you. Like, and I feel
Okay.
like So, wait, what's the movie called again?
Princess Protection Program.
Okay, so you know what? I didn't consider the last word of that title, but I'm just gonna ignore
Program.
it. Yes. So her best friend like makes this club with her other friends, and they all like protect her behind her back. So the princess still doesn't know.
Okay, so like keeping her in her own little bubble.
Exactly. But at the end, she finds out. And she's like, well,
Oh,
I can take care of myself too. Like, you don't have to keep
okay.
secrets from me.
Uh-huh.
And they all stay friends in the end.
Aw, that's a nice one. Okay, what do you rate it?
I don't know. I mean, alliterations, I'm kind of a sucker for them. People get annoyed by them, but like not me. I'd give it like a 5.
Okay, 5. You
Okay.
like it just as much as Cadet Kelly. Okay, are you ready for my
Yes.
memory of it? So, do you remember Camp Rock?
Yes.
So Demi Lovato is the princess in this movie.
Okay.
She is the main character of this movie. Do you know Selena Gomez? Have you ever heard of her?
I've never heard of her ever.
Okay, Megan is joking, by the way. But
Is she
uh,
Justin Bieber's girlfriend? Ex-girlfriend
Was?
now?
she was a long time ago. Justin Bieber's married. Uh,
What?
yeah, he's married. He's been married for like a year. To
Oh.
Who?
Alec Baldwin's brother's daughter.
Oh. That's
Yeah, she's
cool.
like a model.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been married for a year though. Off point. So basically, Demi Lovato, she's the princess. She is in danger. Somebody's trying to assassinate her, I think. And so she is taken to America, specifically somewhere in the South. I'm guessing Louisiana. That's my best guess. Um, and so she gets put with Selena Gomez and her dad, who is like a military person, and she's put in the Princess Protection Program. And then there's a lot of other princesses in the Princess Protection Program too. I remember them saying that, and they're like, "It's safe," blah blah blah. So then she goes to live with Selena Gomez and her dad, and then she tries to live like a normal person because she's supposed to be like, oh, you know, not a princess, normal person kind of vibes. And then I remember she eats a burger for the first time, and she eats it really weird, like a princess would. And she also, I think she gets a job at a frozen yogurt place. Um, I don't remember why either. Oh, I think maybe she works at a frozen yogurt place, or maybe she works at a bait shop. Anyways, um, they go to a dance. There's always a dance, Megan. There's always going to be a dance in every one of these
Oh
movies.
my gosh.
So they go to a dance, and I think she wins. No, she doesn't win Homecoming Queen. Selena Gomez wins Homecoming Queen, or
Plot
whatever the
twist.
equivalent is. Um, and then I think it's because the princess rigged it for her because she's like, and then she's gonna try to slip away and kinda. I think she wanted to go back to her country because she's like, I must help my country. And then they realize that's a bad plan, and Selena Gomez knows what she's doing. And then she's like, no. And then they like figure out a plan to stop the guy who's trying to kill her, or maybe take her captive or something. And then it's all fine. Then they're friends. Yep.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like my description was almost on point.
Yeah,
There was a best
yeah.
friend involved, a
Yes.
possible danger involving criminal activities.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Kind
that's it.
of. Um.
But yeah, what do you have to add, Kylan?
So you're correct in that it's Louisiana, but
Oh,
obviously the only people who can die in Disney Channel original movies, or even have like the threat of dying, basically, are the parents of the main character. And so nobody's assassinated. There's no assassination threats. It's only that they're gonna be kidnapped. So
I
that's
see.
all. And yeah, you're right. There's some homecoming stuff. The princess is like, oh, like these mean girls, you can like fight back at them, but not with fighting, but with like mental fortitude. Um, So that's like part of that. Yeah. And also you asked where Selena Gomez works. She
Yeah.
does work at a bait shop, and she's an insecure tomboy who wants to go to the homecoming dance with her crush, but one of her classmates has a crush on her, so it's a love triangle.
Oh, it's Twilight.
So yeah. Are you team Donnie or are you team Ed? Apparently those are their names.
Ed.
Anyway, that's all I have to add to this one.
Okay, Megan, what do you think of this movie?
Well, since you mentioned a love triangle, that's gonna lower it because along with the lost twin or relative trope, I hate the love triangle trope so much. So I'm gonna give this movie like a 4.
A 4, okay.
Honestly, I feel like these descriptions aren't super terrible, but that's just because I made my expectations very low. So with that mindset, like I don't think I've given very many 2s to these movies.
You've only given it to Twitches because you hated Twitches.
Yeah, okay, that deserved it too.
And Minutemen. Minutemen, you gave a 1.
Oh yeah, because time travel.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought Minutemen was gonna get a 1 because I knew you hate time travel.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna rate Lemonade Mouth?
Yep, Lemonade Mouth, Megan.
Yep.
That's a movie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it like a 3. Gives me bad vibes.
Oh. Bad vibes? Oh.
You know
okay,
what?
do you think it's about?
Speaking to, okay, so I feel like this is a movie about this kid who, wait, no, that wouldn't be on a Disney Channel.
What do you think,
okay, no, it wasn't anything super bad, but it's something that like Disney Channel wouldn't be able to air. I was thinking it's about this like movie about a kid who like has problems always like cussing out people.
Yeah, I think you'd be right in that Disney Channel wouldn't have that.
Yeah, they wouldn't. But like, I don't know. Like that's what I thought of when I heard Lemon Mouth. The other thing I thought of was like lemonade stands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like I don't know. Maybe he has to like earn money as punishment for like constantly cussing in front of his parents.
Okay. I like that movie description. I like the plot. So are you ready for the actual
I am.
plot? So, Lemonade Mouth actually is a band name. This movie has a lot of people that they use in Disney. Honestly, most of the Disney Channel original movies are just Disney actors that are just reused all throughout. So Bridget Mendler's in it, and she's the lead character of Good Luck Charlie. Doesn't have to do with this, but just thought you should know. And so this movie is about like 4 or 5 friends. They make a band together, and it's called Lemonade Mouth because when they all meet together, they weren't friends in the beginning of the movie, but when they all meet, there's this lemonade machine that they bond over. And they bond over lemonade, and they're like, "Wow, this is your favorite lemonade? Oh, this is my favorite lemonade." And they're like, "Oh, we're friends. Let's make a band." So then they make a band. Their principal, of course, hates their band. There's also a rival band at school. Maybe not a band. Group. And they make songs too. It's the Popular Kids. And then Lemonade Mouth gets very popular though at one point, but then they fall apart for some reason. I think it's because Bridget Mendler's dad's in jail, and then she cries about that in the middle end, and she's like, "You don't understand, my dad's in jail." And then she shows the guy the letters, and he's like, "I never knew." And then the Indian girl is like, "I have high expectations because I'm from an Indian family." And then they're like, "I didn't know." And then the other guy's like, "My brother's much more impressive than me, and I'm a disappointment." And then they're like, "Wow, I didn't know that either." And they all kind of have very similar stories like that. Uh oh, the lemonade machine gets taken out from their spot because they got there's for some reason their high school gets sponsored by like a Gatorade type company, which that did not make any sense to me because I was like, what high school gets sponsored? Um, and then so in the end, they like break up for a little bit, but then they're like, no, but her dad's in jail and she lives with her grandma. So then they come back together, they win the final jam, and they get the lemonade machine back, I think. Kylan, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. I think you did a better job of explaining it than a lot of this Wikipedia article, honestly.
Okay.
Because in this one, it just casually mentions that her dad is in jail at like the very end of one sentence, halfway through a paragraph, and it's oh yeah, she writes the entire story to her father, who is in prison. um, and yeah, but everything else is pretty much right. The reason that the band is called Lemonade Mouth is because, for some reason, the lead singer of the other band is like, oh, blah blah blah, and like corners her and wants to fight, and she spits lemonade in his face,
Oh
and
yes.
yeah, so then he calls her Lemonade Mouth, and that's why they call the band that.
Ah,
And yeah, everything else is pretty much standard.
yeah.
Yep.
So what do you think of Lemonade Mouth?
I want to
Also, there's
know,
some pretty okay songs in this movie.
are there?
Hmm. Yeah, the
Honestly,
soundtrack's not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, why why were all the other kids comparing their troubles to the girl who has her dad in prison?
Oh no, they were just saying like,
Seems like
oh,
an
we
insensitive
all have
thing.
problems.
It sounds like more like, oh, but I also have problems.
I don't know if they directly said
My
it to each other,
brother's
like my
cooler
problem's
than
worse.
me.
Yeah.
ah. Yeah, you were giving me decent plot titles for like or descriptions for a lot of these Disney Channel movies, but this one is very bad. Very terrible. I hate it so much. Not for any specific trope like the other two, but I just think it's a terrible movie concept.
Okay.
I'm giving it
Okay.
a 2.
A 2.
It does
Oh
not
my
Okay.
god.
spike any interest in me.
It doesn't spark joy.
No, it does
Doesn't
not.
spark joy. Neither
Oh.
does Minutemen or Twitches.
Hmm.
So the next one I thought I didn't know, and then I read a sentence and I was like, oh yeah, I know this one. This one is The Descendants.
The Descendants.
I mean, technically it's just called Descendants, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those like kids superhero movies, but like
Okay.
like meets a Disney Channel, of course. So
Okay.
like maybe they're also all orphans, but their parents were all superheroes, but they all died. And then so
Okay.
now they're left with these powers and they have to like fight evil in their city or whatever, and they band together and be friends.
Aww. Okay, what do you
All
give
while
this
living
movie?
in high school or like
Oh
being at high school.
my god. It's always out of high school.
Because it's Disney Channel.
True. It's gotta be relatable to their audience.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Um,
is your rating for this one though?
I mean,
Based off of her description.
I think it has potential. It definitely has potential. I'm gonna give it like a solid 7.
Okay.
Because it's one of the better titles, I think.
Yeah. I agree. I think this one has actually a really good title. So are you ready for the actual thing?
Yes.
Okay, so this is about the descendants, or basically the children of Disney Channel villains. So like Cruella DeVille's child, Maleficent's child, Captain Hook's child.
I've heard of this movie before!
Well, you've seen it? Or
I've
of it?
heard about it!
Okay, well, so that is this one. And so basically,
I
a
know the
select
plot
few
now.
are taken from the Isle of the whatever, basically like where the evil, like where the villains live. And they're taken to the good place where the good guys live for like for some sort of program to like see if they're good, whatever. Um, and then their parents are like, oh, this is an opportunity to steal the like fairy wand thing, and then they're like, okay, we'll do it. And then so they go there. They basically go into fairy tale high school, and I think they like it there. They're like, we want to live here. And then near the end, they're like, we don't want to be bad. But then Maleficent comes, like the mom, and she's like, you're not doing a good thing. I'm gonna steal the thing myself. And then she's like, Mother, no. And then she turns her mom into a lizard, I think, because she was a dragon. But I think she turns her into a lizard somehow. And then they're like, no, we're good people, because there were. I think this is about social inequality and the difference between classes. Yeah. And I think that's basically it. At the end is happy ending. Oh, they get to stay there and like live there, but nobody else does, just them. Yeah.
So, some of the names of the characters. There's Mal, who's the daughter of Maleficent. Carlos, the son of Cruella de Vil. Jay, who's the son of Jafar. And Evie, daughter of the evil queen.
Wow.
Very creative.
Mal turns her mom, who is Maleficent, into a dragon using a counter spell because her mom turned into a dragon, because that's just something Maleficent can do. And she turns her into a lizard based on the amount of love in her heart. Yeah. And so basically, like, it, like, a lot of the plot that I'm trying to read is very confusing, but it seems like nothing resolves in the end, and like she just returns the fairy godmother her wand, and like doesn't actually like unlizard her mom or like say sorry. So that's something. And also, the person who plays the son of Jafar also was a werewolf in Twilight.
Oh yeah, Boo Boo Stewart.
Yes.
What? That's his name in Twilight?
No, that's his name in real life.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
Megan, what do you think of this movie now?
Well, I actually do know what movie you're talking about because I watched another YouTube video about it. So, whenever you said it was the children of, like, Disney villains, I was like, I know what you're talking about. Although I probably would not be able to repeat the plot because, again, terrible memory, and I didn't actually watch the film. I watched someone review the film.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's an interesting concept, you know? It's definitely way better than Lemonade Mouth. And
not like Lemonade Mouth.
Honestly, a lot of the other ones, just because, like, I don't know, you know, Disney villains. So I'm just gonna give it a solid 7.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Cool.
I will say I have seen this one, and I think it was okay. I don't think it was executed super well, but I think it was still like an okay movie for Disney Channel original, especially.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next one is Zapped.
Zapped? Huh.
Can I say the tagline of the movie?
Yes.
Or should I wait?
Wait. No, I'd wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
'Cause I feel like this one you really kind of have to guess what this one's about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's, yeah. Honestly, it honestly sounds like a superhero title.
Okay.
Like, to me, Zapped. And I don't know. Maybe this kid, like, electrocutes himself and somehow gets these electrical powers. And he's still in high school because, again, Disney Channel, gotta relate to the kids, you know? So maybe he's kind of like a young Spider-Man, but, like, he's got these lightning powers, you know? He's not Spider-Man at all, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess this kid who, like, fights crime in his town, and his name is Zap, and he says, like, haha, zapped! Whenever he defeats a villain or something.
Yeah. A good tagline, yeah. Okay. And what do you give this for a rating though?
I'll give it a 6.
Oh, okay, 6. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Would you want to say the tagline first, Kylan?
The tagline is "Boys will be boys, but better."
Okay, Megan, are you ready?
No, but I don't think I have a choice.
Okay. So, do you know Zendaya?
Yes, I do.
She's the main character of this movie.
Oh.
So, she this is very much based off of her phone. So, she has her phone. She's having a bad day. I think it falls into the toilet or something, some form of water. Her phone falls into the toilet. She's like using an app or whatever. It like zappy zap zap, and it now can control boys. Her phone can now be used to control boys, and she uses it to like command her brother to do something, and then she realizes it can control boys, and now she starts controlling boys. But I think in the end she realizes that's kind of wrong, and I think she tries to make someone fall in love with her. I don't remember that was exactly a plot point, but I think that was. And she's like, that is wrong, and I think she ends up throwing away her phone or something like that. And it is set in a high school. Yes, that is the premise of Zapped from what I can remember.
So, yeah, that's pretty much right. She and her mom have just moved in with their new step family and 3 stepbrothers, which is why she wants to make them like cleaner and just generally nicer. Um, and she does. There is a dance in this movie, but it's not what you think. It's because Zendaya is the star of this film, and so she is like a dancer, and so there's like an actual like JV versus varsity dance off, and she uses the app to control her JV team and make them better, and control the varsity team and make them worse. But
Wow.
she figures out like, oh, like these people, they aren't like doing what they want, like they don't have free will or whatever, and this is wrong. But then somebody sells the phone, and yeah, eventually she like reverts everything, and then yeah, and in the end, Zendaya and her love interest are dating, and her step family have finally adjusted to living together. But in the post-credit scene, 2 students in detention find the phone and turn it on, showing the app. Dun dun dun.
Ooh, a cliffhanger. I'm ready for the sequel.
Wow.
Yes. I don't think they can afford Zendaya anymore, though.
No,
they
definitely
have somebody
not.
else. No, she would not. No.
Yeah, no.
But Megan, what are your thoughts on Zapped?
I mean, I wasn't that far off. But no, okay. I mean, like,
you said it was about a boy who gets electricity powers.
yeah, but like she
Zap.
still gets powers to control people. That's kind of like superpower-ish.
An app on her phone.
Sure, whatever. So I guess basically she's the villain in her own movie. Right?
I mean, there are like like the mean girl on the like dance team, but yes, she is
But-
kind of like.
I feel like she does a lot of worse things, and also I'm wondering why her and her love interest are like together if she tried to control him. Like, did he know about that ever? Or
We found out that she was like, "Oh, I've changed."
That's on toxic relationships now.
but did she change?
I don't know.
I'm thinking-
She got rid of the phone.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean,
Boys will be boys, but better.
That's the tagline.
I'm gonna give this movie. I'll just give it a 5.
I feel like these are hurting you.
This one is kind of hurting me, but like also I feel like it's a little higher because I mean Zendaya's in it.
Yeah, true. I like
Okay.
her.
Yeah, she was good. So the next one, I don't know if you're ready. This one's a very obscure one, but it's okay. High School Musical 2.
High School Musical 2. I know you haven't seen this one, so.
Is this the one where they sing "The Boys Are Back"?
Wait, yeah, that is the one where they sing "The Boys Are Back." Have you seen this movie though?
No, I haven't. I just know
Okay,
they're
that's
like.
all that matters.
All I know that the boys are back now. The gang's all
That's
together.
all this movie's about. The boys being
Yes,
bad.
that's what happens. The boys are back. They do this dance routine. They're like, "Oh yeah, bro, like we're back together."
Yeah. Toxic masculinity, but also dancing and singing.
Opposite,
Yes.
right? Because Corbin Blue is just like yeah, I'll sing now.
Okay, so Megan,
Yes.
what do you think this movie's about, and what's your rating of it?
Well, I described it. It's the boys are back. That's
Oh,
what it is. They broke
this
up
is
and then now
a
they're
movie
together.
for the boys.
What?
This is a movie for the boys. It's like the Saturdays for the boys. This movie is for
Yes.
the boys.
It is.
This is why you've never seen it.
No, I really haven't.
Oh.
Oh.
I will say that I unironically really like that song though.
I know, didn't you add it to your Spotify playlist?
I don't think so, but I think I have it saved on my computer for unspecified reasons. That sounded really shady.
Yeah,
But
that
I was
did sound very shady.
collecting memes for a while.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it get? What does the rating get based off of The Boys Are Back?
That's what the movie should be called.
No, you think instead of High School Musical 2, it should be called The Boys Are Back?
Yes, that would be significantly better. I would watch it.
Okay.
But High School Musical 2, unoriginal, boring. You just added a 2 at the end of it. Just like every other sequel. So if I'm ranking the actual movie title, like, it gets a 2.
That's
High
true.
School isn't a musical, and be more
You're like
creative.
inaccurate.
Before we get too far, I do want to clarify one thing. Unfortunately, The Boys Are Back is in High School Musical 3, not 2.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
No.
Well, okay,
way.
okay.
Yes way.
This could be about them breaking up then.
You're right, Megan. But not with them. Okay, so are you ready? High
Yes.
School Musical 2. It's the direct sequel of the High School Musical 1. So
I
it
didn't
directly
know.
follows that. It's summer. It's summer. This they're now like looking for jobs, summer jobs. Sharpay's super rich, as we know. She's a diva. So her parents like either own or like they're on the board of like a country club, and she's like Sharpay is she says to her parents or somebody to hire Troy Bolton to work at this country club. And he's like, okay. And then he basically hires like the entire high school. Like basically all the people that are friends with Troy Bolton to the country club because he's like, made him work there, got the job done. And she's like, this isn't what I wanted. So basically in this movie, they work at a country club. Corbin Blue, who is Chad, plays baseball with Ryan, and he says he doesn't dance, even though in the last movie I think he very clearly danced, but he says he doesn't dance, and he only likes to play basketball because he's apparently toxic masculinity in all of his movies.
Wow.
But and that was kind of the similar vibe too. But I remember that song very specifically. And then there's like this showcase at the end of the summer for some reason at a country club, and they all perform. And Sharpay has this like underwater kind of themed thing, and the rest of the high school people do a song. Oh, also, I think Gabriella and Troy break up for like a little bit, and she's like, I gotta go my own way. And then, oh, this was in TikTok recently too, this song. And then he's saying like, but what about us? And she's like, but what about trust? And so they kind of break up, but then she comes for the final song when they all sing together and they're like, na 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 na, and then they sing, and I think they're all good, and then they leave it up for High School Musical 3.
You touched on a lot of the big songs and big numbers of this musical. They go like, oh, what time is it? Summertime. It's our
Oh,
vacation.
yes.
That's this
Yes.
one. Yep, and it's Sharpay's family's country club, and they hire all the people. And what else happens? Yep, he sings "I Don't Dance," and that is definitely during a baseball game in which they dance like the whole time, including him. And was the last one, like the first one, he's like, "Oh, I don't sing," and now he's like, "I don't dance," and you're like, "Dude, it's okay." The song where Gabriella expresses her loss of trust with Troy is in fact called "Gotta Go My Own Way," and this one also has "Bet on It."
Oh, I forgot this part. It's when he slaps the water. I thought he
Yeah.
sang baloney during that song. I really misheard that song when I was a child. I was like, why is he singing about baloney the entire time? But yeah, continue.
Yep. Everything else is correct, and there's also a cameo appearance by Miley Cyrus at the end.
I remember that. I was really excited for that for some reason.
Yeah, it happens during All for One. So, yeah. Which is High School Musical 2's version of All in This Together. This one's called All for One.
So Megan, what do you think of it? The boys are not back.
I feel like it should instead be a movie about them having their last summer together, and then one of them, or whatever, half of them go to a different high school because their parents move.
I think all of their parents move?
No, some of their parents move somewhere else, so they have to go to like a different high school or whatever. And so this is their last summer together. And you could keep some of the plot points like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to dance or whatever.
No, it's not that he doesn't know how to dance, it's that he doesn't because it's girly.
But then they're just like, bruh, we don't do that. There ain't no toxic masculinity here. This is a healthy bromance. And then so yeah. Disappointed, honestly.
From what you heard, what does it get rated now?
Well, I think there was a lot of potential, and they didn't deliver. But it's not an offending movie, like some of the others.
Not offensive like Lemonade Mouth or Twitches?
Yes. Yes. So...
I didn't know these would be called offensive movies.
Oh, they are?
Okay.
So, this one's just gonna be, I don't know, it's just gonna be like a 4. We'll just give it a 4.
Solid 4.
All right. That leaves us with the last one, which is called Hatching Pete.
Hatching Pete, as in like...
Hatching Pete.
Hatching Pete.
Okay. Yeah, like the name.
Yeah. Okay, Okay, hear me out. So, I think it's about a film about this kid who finds this egg in the forest, and he takes care of it, and it hatches, and it's a peep, but it's alive.
Oh, okay. Like the candy?
The candy, like the sugar marshmallow candy. So
wow,
it's...
all of your movies are like sponsored by candy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, I was talking about Twix. It reminds me of candy. But anyways, he names it Pete, and like it's his friend.
Okay.
That's the movie.
Okay. That's like a really good guess. So what is your rating for it?
I'll just give it a 4. It's whatever. Yeah.
Not amazing. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So this movie is about high school mascots. And so Pete is the main character. He's also from Minutemen. Jason Dahl, he's from Good Luck Charlie, Minutemen, many other Disney things because they reuse their actors and everything. So his friend Mitchell Musso, who is in Hannah Montana, is the high school mascot, which is a chicken. And then one day, I think for some reason, he's like, oh, can you fill in for me? I can't be the mascot tonight. And then he becomes the mascot, and he's amazing at it. No one's ever seen a better mascot than him. He's an amazing chicken. Everyone loves him. The football team's in love with him, I think. Or maybe they hate him. So after that, he was like, wow, I think you're really good. And then he keeps being the mascot. And for some reason, I feel like I remember him stealing a cop car in this. And he takes the cop car, and now he's in trouble with the sheriff. He's in trouble with the sheriff. I don't even remember what the big struggle in this movie is, other than him like being the mascot and being really good at it. So at the end, he's like, I am the mascot, and I am good at it, and I'm proud. And that's the movie.
So the reason why the first mascot can't be the mascot is because he's allergic to the suit.
Oh.
So the other guy fills in for him, but the first guy has still for some reason goes to the games, even though he could easily be discovered, but he goes disguised. But during a dance number, the guy who's disguised is discovered, and everyone's like, "What? We thought you were the mascot." And then the person who is the chicken, that's when they steal the sheriff's car to get away.
Okay.
Yeah, so they totally did. That's true. You are remembering that correctly. He steals a sheriff's car. And the town is disappointed because the chicken doesn't appear for the next game, but basically the chicken says there will be no, or the town is like, oh, there's not gonna be a formal charge or anything against you, it's okay, we're gonna charge you for stealing this car. And so then he describes he tries to explain himself on TV basically, and then his crush is like, oh, it's you, I knew, I had feelings for the whoever was inside the mascot thing, you, who I also have a crush on. Yeah, then in the final game they return and it's good, and everyone's like, yay, take off the mascot head, let us see who you are, because we thought you were one person and now you're somebody else. So yeah, that's the movie. Also, speaking of dances, this movie, the dance takes place when the person who's in disguise is unmasked, causing the chicken to steal a cop car. That's the dance in this movie.
I didn't even remember a dance in this one, but it doesn't surprise me that there is one.
Yeah.
This movie sounds so chaotic. It just sounds like a mess. And I don't know, of all the mascots you could have, why a chicken?
Because then they couldn't call it Hatching Pete.
How many egg jokes did they make in this movie?
I don't remember. Although, going back to Princess Protection Program, I think they say princess 83 times in that movie. I don't know how I know that, but I'm pretty sure they do. Going back to this one, I'm pretty sure they came up with the name of this one first, and then the movie idea.
Probably. This is definitely one of the worst films.
You don't like it?
No, I don't. I think the concept is lackluster. Even though it gives off the chaotic energy, it's just so random and it does not spark joy.
Not quirky random like we like.
Well, yeah, whenever a main character dresses up as a chicken, I don't think you're gonna be expecting that much from a movie.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3. Okay. So let's see which ones were her highest and lowest.
Yes.
So your highest based off of title and title alone is a tie with Descendants and Minutemen.
Minuteman was disappointing.
The lowest based on title was Twitches and High School Musical 2. They got a 2.
Because they were basic. And then Twitches just does not sound like a good name at all.
But based off of the plot, your highest one was Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior, and the lowest one was Minutemen, which was the highest for title. So
what a big gap.
Yeah, that one has the largest gap. You were severely disappointed with that one.
Don't judge a movie by its title.
True.
Yep.
That's a saying to live by.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think for next week, what do we do? We have anything planned? We can look in our docket,
I
or
don't think
maybe
we have anything specific.
it can be a surprise
Ooh,
Yeah.
mystery episode.
mystery episode. But I do want to say, I think our not our next one, but one after this should be to have Megan rank some Disney Channel shows based off of title and then the plot of the show, like the
I
basic
have-
premise of the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would be a good idea for the future, for sure.
Because Megan also did not watch Disney Channel. Maybe it doesn't even have to be Disney Channel. It can be all shows like Nickelodeon TV shows, Disney
My
shows.
Life as a Teenage Robot.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Can be all
Ed
of
and Eddie. Yeah, there's lots of good ones that we can pull from, for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Yes. Thank you for listening to the Ranked Up podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to Matthew describe movies and also Megan describe what she thinks movies will be. And also me reading Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I hope you're excited for next week's surprise episode. Thank you for listening. I have been Kylan.
I have been Matthew currently.
I have been Megan presently.
All right. Bye-bye.